I'm the Commissar, we're watching Forged Alliance Forever, and you are about to see a game so action-packed you won't believe it. Blink and you'll miss it. So, this is going to be the North team, this is going to be the South team. No surprises there. Let's start with the North team at the back. This is mythologist. He is 1427 rated. He's Cybran and he's playing in purple. To his right, this is Helvirus, who is 1252 rated and UEF. He's playing in dark green. And the last of the back row for the northern team is Rhaelya, who is 1665 rated and Seraphim. He's playing in electric pink. Now we're going to move along their front lines. This is Winter. Winter is 1705 rated and Cybran. He's playing in burgundy. Next to him in the centre we have Tantal, who is 1747 rated and also Cybran, playing in grass green. And last but not least, Northern Team's highest rated player by some way is Wi-Fi, 2347 rated and playing in Seraphim. He's in yellow. Let's meet their mirrors on the Southern team. Starting at the back, same as before, this is MasMori, who is 1494 rated. He's UEF in baby pink. To his right, this is TheLittlePuppy. TheLittlePuppy is 1262 rated and he is Seraphim, playing in white. Further along the back, we have Khorne. Khorne is 1648 rated in Seraphim. He's in red. In front of him, this is DillyDally, who is 1863 rated in fact. And he's Cybran in some other green whose name I've forgotten. Here's his base, but there he is running away in the distance. We can see BlInChIk. BlInChIk is 1937 rated and Seraphim. He's in orange. And last but by no means least, the highest rated player for the Southern team is Rhaelya, 2034 rated and Cybran. He is in mauve. Now a quick look at the map. There are ponds here and here with naval yard and destroyer wrecks in them. That's going to be nice. A little bit of reclaim around these things in the middle, but all the real reclaim is off to the side and not really likely to be contested. So while these players are going to be able to get the reclaim, the players on this side are going to be able to get these expansions. So we'll see how that plays out. And we have some interesting conversation in the chat there. Not me about air claims Morai, even though you might consider that to be an air position. And Puppy says, you are the belly button or perhaps you are the poop? And follows it up with, I'm looking at what's going on in your base, so I'm going to guess it's the latter. Anyway, we have some little shenanigans out here. We saw a couple of labs being picked off by the comms here, out from Tantal. But now we got to see who's being aggressive and who isn't. This is quite a far forward comm from DillyDally, coming right up and past the midline. And he's going to meet a few little tanks out from Tantal, but nothing he can't stop. And over here we have a three-way comm advance from BlInChIk, Morai and Puppy. And at the moment there's only Winter to stop them, so that could be painful. Now, we mentioned that Destro wreck, and I said it wasn't likely to be contested, but we have a Selene here from Rhaelya, and it's driving away Rhaelya's engineers before they can eat the Destro wreck. I wonder whether there would be any chance for Rhaelya to claim it. I don't think so, though. It looks like Rhaelya's comm will come in and grab that. In the middle here, we have Morai and Puppy charging in on Winter, and I think Winter's going to be forced to fall back. But Winter's got some spam over here and he's got production. He might be able to make enough to get these guys out of the way, at least for long enough to save him. BlInChIk's got some spam up behind here, cutting off reinforcements from Winter, which is nice. But Winter's going to get away as Morai and Puppy stay back to deal with Winter's production. Over here we have Tantal and Dilly having a little scrap here. I don't know if either of them are really going to hurt each other. They've got some spam on each side backing it up. Looks like Dilly's got a little more, but Tantal is wisely falling back. They have a little scuffle, but no real traction being gained. And it looks like we're not done with comm scuffles just yet, because over here, Wi-Fi and Korn, two Sarah comms, are blapping it out with each other. Now at this stage, everyone's still naked. Wi-Fi is a little far forward for comfort with basically no support, whereas Korn has just a little bit of spam. But by sending it in all on its own while his comm falls back, I think he's going to waste it. I don't like that. And Wi-Fi and Korn both come out of it unscathed. A little bit of shooting from BlInChIk, but now Helvarus is coming in to support Winter. But here is where we've got to look. Rhaelya, all on his own, against Raider and Raider's spam, and Raider has the production to back it up. Surely Rhaelya is going to be forced to fall back here, and maybe he'll even be rushed down and die. He is surrounded, he's into the yellow, and Raider can just chase him. A little bit of spam coming in from Rhaelya, but Raider's got the damage read, and Rhaelya is down below half health. And if he just stays there, he's going to be forced to fall back even more. This could be pretty painful. Over here, we have Hel and Blin, both with gun, and Winter's starting it. Blin's trying to push in there, but there's a point difference there to stop him. We'll have to check on him in a minute, though, because Rhaelya is under threat. He's into the red. Will Raider be able to kill him? Rhaelya and Raider are quite hard to say together. He's into the water. Raider could do worse than come here and put down a torp launcher and try and take out Southern Team's highest rated player, but he doesn't. He falls back. And Hel has come over here to take a few pot shots at Blin. Meanwhile, Wi-Fi has one cheeky T1 tank that's killed a mechs here from Korn and is just pootling around the back. Is it going to come forward and have any fun with these NGs? There's a load of undefended NGs here and a mechs, a T2 mechs. But he's not coming forward just yet. Dilly assisting his comm on the upgrade with those mantis there, and that could be fun. Tantal has also got gun and stealth though, so Dilly is actually at an upgrade disadvantage there. And in comes Tantal. Here we can see Tantal pushing in, but Dilly has hoplites in support, and that could be the extra firepower he needs to drive Tantal back. Over here, we have one single cheeky Yenzyme from Wi-Fi, but not only is it getting multiple mech skills, look how much of Korn's army it has pulled out of position. 3 mech skills and counting, it might even get a 4th. And Tantal has fallen back. I think that Yenzyme is going down, but at what cost? It takes out a 4th mechs. Meanwhile, great run by from Blin. He's just snuck in while Tantal's army was fighting up here and is forcing Tantal and his army to fall back. And he's hitting Tantal's mexes. 2 mexes down already, and I think they're going to get this 3rd one belonging to Winter. So that is absolutely going to pay off. So Tantal is being forced to come back with his army and his comm to try and put a stop to this. There is some T2 in here, some rhinos from Winter, which should be able to handle it, but Tantal is falling back, And as they do, those hoplites from Dilly push forward. Blin pushes his comm forward. They're going to be able to smash Tantal's forward mechanism production. That's amazing play from Blin and Dilly, and I love it. And the raid is cleared up, but look at this. Look at the damage that Tantal is taking. He's going to lose multiple units of production. He's going to lose 4 mexes. And Dilly isn't stopping. He's going on for a run-by towards Wi-Fi with quite a significant army, including a bunch of hoplites. And this is only T1 here from Tantal. Tantal's going to have to bring his comm over Wi-Fi. It looks like he might be forced to fall back with his army if he doesn't want to take quite a lot of damage, though he does have Ilshis coming out. But it looks like Dilly might be thinking better of it. Tantal is getting some shots in there on the hoplites with his stealth comm. So he has taken some damage, and Ilshis from Wi-Fi will be able to help with the rest. And Dilly, now with stealth on his comm, is coming in person over here to try and cut off Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi does have gun. He also has nano, regen, which boosts his health a bit. And if you can get these around his comm, it will boost their health too. So Dilly looks like he might be in a bit of trouble, but he has got that big army we saw coming in to help out. And he has got stealth on his own comm too now. This could be the difference though. In comes Khorne. Khorne has gun. Khorne has some more spam with him. And Wi-Fi might be forced to fall back from this position. He's tanking the damage well, but there's enough in here from these two players that I don't know if Wi-Fi is safe to keep his comm this far forward. I think Wi-Fi should be falling back. Tantal is coming in to help to try and cut off Dilly and Khorne, and they have lost all their spam, so it could be that the tables are turning, but Wi-Fi is now all on his own, and he's losing hits fast. Wi-Fi's Ilshis come back. They want to see if they can do the damage. But Wi-Fi is taking damage. Wi-Fi is down into the red. He's fleeing towards the water. He's almost there. He's almost there, but I don't think he's going to make it. Boom! Down he goes. But a second later, his Ilshis, just before the comm bomb kills them, they take out Dilly. So, we have Dilly dead. We have Wi-Fi dead. And mythologist is bringing in his comm to try and clear up Khorne. Tantal is also here, so suddenly 2 comms against 1, and Khorne is under threat. Khorne has to flee to the water, but there's a torpedo bomber lying in wait. And what can Khorne do? But over here, Rhaelya and Raider are engaging. Rhaelya is still a little bit more damaged than Raider. Raider's got nano and regen, but in order to use that regen properly, he needs his units to be surrounding him. That's a lot of Ilshis though, and Rhaelya is taking damage. Over here, the Torp Bomber is hitting Khorne, and what can he do? Blin's come to help with the gun, and Khorne is building T2 point defense to try to fall back, so he's bringing in the Ilshis of his own. But Tantal and Mythologist are doing some damage. Tantal falls back to the water as Khorne tries to get out. And over here, it looks like we have to quickly change position because Hell is under fire from Puppy and Morai. And Morai's got a TML on him. Kind of use that for a snipe. But Hell's taking the hits. So is Khorne. Khorne's in the red. If he comes out the water, he gets shot by Tantal, maybe, unless Blin can defend. Over here, though, Hell is taking hits from both these comms. I think he's about to go down. There's T2 point defense firing on Morai, but it's not enough. Boom! Down goes Hell. And Khorne just down to 800 hit points and desperately trying to flee. Where are the Torp Bombers? And if he comes out of the water, there are now Corsairs. Corsairs descend on Blin. Blin dodges wildly and Morai is into the red and fleeing. This is insane. But Blin's bringing in hordes and hordes of flak. Back over here, we can see that Raider and Rhaelya are at it. Rhaelya in the red, but Raider is just pushing into Rhaelya's space. However, there are bricks out here. Khorne again trying to escape the water. It looks like BlInChIk's flak has saved him, although he is deep in the red. And Rhaelya has just come out to the red, but how's he going to save his base? Well, lots of T2 point defense is the answer, and raid is falling back, and there are bricks here as well. So I think that Raider will be repaired. Where's Khorne even gone? Khorne's out of the water as more torps arrive. Wow, that was intense. What an insanely close call that was for Khorne and Blin, both of whom deep in the red. But look how also closely balanced those ecos are. That's amazing, given all the back and forth that we've seen, that the teams have just managed to keep it close together. It's impressive is what it is. Rhaelya is sneaking NG and eco killers over here with the singular gunship, but that's not the only airplay I see. Mythologist has a strat out. I don't think he's going to let Khorne get away with this. Once you can see that he's scouting it with these fighters, he's covering with these fighters, and Khorne doesn't have enough hit points to survive a single strat. I think that Khorne is going to be Khorne on the cob as he goes up, and you can hear him popping in the microwave as the strat snipes him out. Ouch. Meanwhile, Rhaelya's bricks are over here catching up with Raider, as is Morai's comm. And those bricks are hurting. Despite his nano and regen, Raider can't take the fire of those bricks and Morai, and he's gonna have to fall back. He's got spam coming in to try and stall it, but he's running, he's into the red. We can notice some eco damage being done by the strat down there with the mini, but we have to look here as Raider is being fired upon. But his spam looks like it's going to dissuade Morai, and Morai turns away. Is Raider going to escape? You know, I think he's going to escape. That's mad. But Morai fires a tactical missile launcher, and look at that perfect position, and look at... He does it. A single perfectly placed tactical missile predicting exactly where Raider would be, and boom. Beautiful work from Morai. I wasn't expecting that. I already said that's rude, contains Raider. It is a little bit rude, but we love it nonetheless. Eco's still very even somehow. You had to walk into my base for no reason, says Rhaelya, justifying the brutal extermination. Mythologist starting the laser there. We're not going to see some telly snipes, are we? I hope not. The bricks are advancing. It looks like Rhaelya and Puppy, both with decent health upgrades. Gun and Nano for Rhaelya. Gun, Nano and T2 for Puppy. They're pushing forward. Now, what I don't like is that I'm just seeing no anti-air around for them. Sure, there's a few ASFs back here for... who's that for? That's for Morai. But will he be able to bring them in fast enough if there's an air attack here? Because we've already seen Khorne being sniped out by Strat bombers. But they're going into what was Raider's base, now owned by Winter, and I think they're going to absolutely trash it with this amount of firepower. There's not really much in position that Winter can bring in to stop it. Walking into base is not okay, but sniping with TML comm. A little bit of salt there. I think they're just joshing with each other a little bit. And look at that, that base is just entirely eliminated. Hell, wondering whether these guys, I think he's talking about these guys, yes he is, he's wondering whether these guys should be sniped. And since what Mythologist did to Khorne worked perfectly well, he's not wrong. They are, as I was just saying, they are well positioned to be sniped by the air player. But right now Mythologist is concentrating on the laser, so he's obviously got other things on his mind. And Winter is massing a defensive army here. That's a decent number of bricks. And there might be more than a match for the two comms, plus the small smattering of bricks that Rhaelya and Puppy have with them. Meanwhile, BlIn has an awful lot of T3 mobility, and he's using it to force Winter back from his position in the middle. Rhaelya is trying to get a brick drop off here. Where's it going? Well, it looks like it's actually just going into the pond here. Interesting. Has it been seen? Yes, it has. Hell says 2 bricks. So they know it's there, and these bricks are going to be in position easily to pick them up if they come out of the water. Meanwhile though, Tantal is pushing on the left, and it's fought with his comm, complete with gun and nano, with his Serra T3 mobile shields, and with a decent amount of Othiums and a couple of bricks in support. He is forcing BlIn back. BlIn's going to have trouble dealing with this, I think. And over here, Morai has started the Billy. We love to see a bit of Billy play, but it's going pretty slowly. 18 minutes to completion there. A mythologist isn't teleporting, he's going for nano. Can't read Cyrillic, says Raider. What's he talking about? Oh, the bricks. And Hell is telling Winter to upgrade his mexes. Meanwhile, that army from BlIn is getting taken out by Tantal. Meanwhile, though, Winter finishes the chicken as Morai, with his laser nano comm, is flying in. And is Winter pushing forward? This could be the most beautiful pincer. There's the chicken that we saw the notification for Winter building. And look at this. The bricks open up, but gun stealth nano. Boom. The bricks get laser-faced as Mythologist, just bold as brass, walks in there. And Puppy is falling back, but that means that Rhaelya is all on his own, cut off by a Mazacom. On the left, though, we do have BlIn and Tantal getting stuck in, both with significant armies. But Rhaelya has a problem, because he flees that way, there's a chicken coming. He flees the other way, there's Mythologist's Mazacom. Let's see who's going to get the kill. Because I'm sure he's not getting out of here. I think it's the chicken. Boom! Down goes Rhaelya, the highest rated player for the Southern team. And that chicken is going to be quite the threat. Meanwhile, BlIn has pushed Tantal a little bit back. But nobody's taken any severe damage on that side. And Mythologist is just walking away, happy with what he's achieved, and so he should be. Over here, Tantal and BlIn poking and prodding, but neither really keen to commit to the fight right now, and that's understandable. Why no air, says Winter? Well, Winter, you're you're 2/3 of the air players right now by some argument. So, a mythologist, as you can see, seems to have committed to a bit of the cheeky Mazacom Rambo action rather than focusing wholly on air. Tantal pushes in, though, and he could get some damage done, but that is still a lot of bricks from BlIn, and he has got a firebase too. You will die there, says Hell, and it seems like Tantal agrees, and Tantal is falling back. Over here, though, we gotta have a look at this. There's still a minute left on that Billy, which is only at 65%, and I think that Morai is going to be forced to cancel, because that's an immense army, enough to stop a comm all on its own. And there's also the chicken. He's going to have to choose, cancel the Billy or die. And it's getting awfully close to make the choice of cancel. He does choose to cancel the Billy, and he flees. He's got a transport here he might be able to get into. He's trying to get aboard the transport, but it's too late. The chicken takes him out. I guess he chose cancel the Billy and die. I'm not sure that was the best choice, but it is what it is. Winter's chicken doing the dirty work. Though BlIn has a chicken of his own, now in position to fight it. And Winter's chicken has taken damage, but it's got an army to back it up. Doesn't Winter's chicken sound like some sort of festive dish involving stuffing? I feel like it does. Like a sort of cross between Hunter's chicken and Christmas dinner. Anyway, both the chickens are down, but Winter's still got the army, which can just push on into BlIn's base. BlIn's nearly got another chicken finished, though. That might be enough to stop this, if he is lucky. And Tantal is pushing in too. That's quite a big army from Tantal, and it looks like, rather than face this chicken head-on, Winter is going to head off to the right. So I think we'd better watch them both. This game has action everywhere. This is what, the 5th, 6th time I've gone to split screen? Anyway, here comes Tantal's army, and there's just heaps and heaps of point defense to stop it. Here comes Winter's army, and there's nothing yet to stop it but a crab. A crab has just finished, and with its superior range, that might just be enough to stop this force. That's insane amounts of point defense, and there's now another chicken from BlIn doing the work. Tantal is moving here to try and get damage done rather than face the chicken, but that's where all the point defense is, so I don't know how successful that is going to be. And we can see there that Puppy has just finished a nuke. That could make all the difference. And the point defense is being shredded, but that means the chicken is not being shredded, and there is another chicken going up, and you can see how many chickens BlIn has queued up. Yeah, that army's going down, this army has retreated as the crab moves forward. Southern team are safe for now. Quick overview, and we see that it is now the Southern team who actually have a significant eco lead. And those two chickens have... Okay, I said they've cleaned up, but they've cleaned up apart from one little brick, and that brick is getting in there. Maybe it'll do some damage. There's a bunch of T3 mechs it could hit if BlIn isn't careful. However, looks like Puppy is careful and has a fleet of broadswords coming in to take it out, and it hasn't stuck around to kill any of those mechs. So BlIn and Puppy are safe there for now, as yet another chicken is constructed. That crab from BlIn has come forward, but we have crab on crab action. Winter has brought a crab of his own, supported by a decent amount of anti-air, but not actually much more ground firepower. He's got an Othium there, but there's like 3-4 bricks from BlIn spawning his. Okay, more bricks coming in. So it's actually about even Stevens between the two crabs. However, this crab fought some of Winter's bricks earlier, and so this crab is definitely going down first. Winter needs to interpose this shield in between the two megas, but it's too late now, it goes down. And it looks like it will be an easy win for Winter's crab as he turns on these ones. But over here, we have not one but two chickens pushing in on Tantal's front base. And Tantal has one chicken, but two chickens beat one chicken. However, there's a lot of point defense hanging around. Help, says Tantal, and you know, he's not wrong. However, these two chickens are standing within the blast radius of a single chicken shot, so that's going to give Tantal a slight advantage. These chickens need to split up a little bit. However, Tantal's chicken goes down, but with its last shot, it weakens this chicken. These bricks take out that chicken, so we were 2-1, now we're 1-0 chickens. But BlIn's still got a chicken. While BlIn charges in with an army on Tantal, Winter charges in with an army and a crab on what used to be Rhaelya's old base, now BlIn's. BlIn's got a chicken coming in to defend. Nuke, exclaims Hell in Roman script for once. And we got a nuke there, heading for Mythologist's base out from Puppy. And I don't think Mythologist got anything to stop that. He's got this SMD going up, but it's nowhere near loaded. And Tantal could be in trouble, but he's got a huge bank of PD. Meanwhile, the crab is firing on the chicken. The chicken takes down the crab because I had taken so much damage from BlIn's crab earlier. How's that nuke coming along? Meanwhile, though, Tantal has got enough. He's going to stop this attack. And Winter 2 is forced to fall back, and there's the nuke, smashing Mythologist's air grid completely. That's got to be painful. Look at that, Mythologist down to just 37 eco. That is wild. We got Dilly saying there, well, I traded with Wi-Fi, and Hell warning Winter that he'll eat his own air grid, but this chicken, having done the damage here, it's still just now got a clear run through Tantal's base. Mythologist there is looking like he might want to come forward and get it, but he hasn't got the cloak. He would need the cloak to engage that chicken. Over here we have this chicken coming forward, having defeated the crab, but we got another crab coming to face it. Crab and chicken. It's not quite surf and turf. You can I know you have surf, turf, and cluck, but this is missing out the turf. And surf and cluck doesn't have the same ring to it. Either way, that crab is going to handle all this just fine. And then he can keep on pushing. Down goes the chicken, and there's this swarm ready to head south. And I don't think a few Medusa are gonna stop it.
Strategic launch.
However, Winter might be in a bit more trouble. This incipient air grid of his has a nuke coming forward, and I do not think he has a nuke defense in position or loaded. This one is half loaded, and I think that's the only one he had anywhere near. Ooh, is this a swarm of fire beetles I see? You know how I feel about fire beetles. I love them to bits. But in comes the nuke, and it's gonna get through. There's nothing stopping this. Kaboom! Down it all goes, and that's got to hurt. Meanwhile, though, the crab is in Rhaelya's old base. And there's a chicken coming, but what's that one chicken going to do against a crab and this swarm of bricks? Oh, I forgot to put the map back on. Sorry about that. Well, there we go, for what good it's worth. The entire bottom half of the map is BlIn, apart from Puppy's tiny little enclave. Apart from this. However, lots of T1 bombers swarm in. The chicken is trying... Oh, okay, there's now 3 chickens, and that megalith is going to die. I think that might be the last hope for the northern team, and Winter agrees and resigns, saying GG. This far reach swarm is huge, but it's not going to get anything done. Mythologist also resigns, and as Puppy fires off yet another nuke, Tantal agrees. South team win the game. Was it the MasMori? Was it those insanely accurate TML snipes? What do you think the play of the match was? I'm a bit disappointed we came this close to Billy's and Fire Beaters and didn't quite see them, but either way, so much action. Tell me what you think in the comments below. While you're down there, don't forget to like, subscribe, and obey. I'm TheCommissar. I will see you next time.